Hello again everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. We are back here in the Frostback Basin as per usual. And we are going to go down here. I think there's enemies down here. Oh, there was. Oh, they're just a little bit further down. We don't need to fight them unless we really wanted to. Okay, so we've got one more camp to get up north. We have Meriden's Trail carries on up the river. Our main reason to actually be here. And then we also have a door which we need to unlock as well. So we're going to go and do that first, I think. Let's kill these damn spiders while we're here as well. Oh. This one's came to get involved as well. He wants a scrap. Okay. Are those ones coming to fight as well? Don't think they are. Yeah, we'll leave them. We'll leave them be. Like I say, we don't need to kill absolutely everything here. As tempting as it is. As tempting as it is and as aggressive as the wildlife is, we don't want to be committing genocide. Right. Still more spiders. There we go. Oh, there's even more. Seriously, the amount of spiders is genuinely unbelievable. As we were. So I think this is about where we got to last time when we were chasing down the Fade-touched spider. So let's go and open this door with our shards first before we do anything else. Should be just here. Yes, it certainly is. Right. Open. Sweet. So what is in here then? Some deep mushroom, 5 gold master frost rune, cold resistance, ice mine ring, and an accuser's staff. Nice. Is that cold resistance by any chance? It certainly is. Nice. So if anyone tries to blast us with cold, we'll be slightly more prepared for it. Don't suppose that staff's any good for Dorian, is it? No. Oh! Well. I think it actually is. Yeah. Dorian can use the Accuser's Staff and he can use cold instead of heat for once. Right, Galdoran's Claim. The script is an ancient elven dialect. Upon further observation, it twists the words becoming visible. There are no gods, there is only the subject and the object, the actor and the acted upon. Those with will to earn dominance over others gain title not by nature but by deed. I am Galdoran and I refuse those who would exert will upon me. Let Andruil's bow crack, let June's fire grow cold. Let them build temples and lure the faithful with promises. Their pride will consume them and I, forgotten, will claim power of my own apart from them until I strike in mastery. Okay. You do you. Fair enough. So there's another cave apparently just opposite here, but I don't know where that is exactly. Right, okay, there's Hakkonites, right? That's the cave entrance there, fab. Not the most accurate stabs with my dagger there, it must be said. Right, dead Hakkonites. I know we completed the Way of the Assassin. We completed that quite a bit ago, actually. Right, we'll just harvest all the plants here. We'll go into this cave and then we'll go and claim the camp. Oh, it's up there. Seems to be another treehouse. Actually, that might be Meriden's trail there, so I'll tell you what, we'll actually go and claim this camp first so we have a foothold. Just in case something goes wrong in there. It probably won't, but... better to be safe than sorry, as the saying goes. Oh, didn't realize the wildlife can actually climb up here. They're learning. It's worrying. Right, this is our camp here. Lovely. Got a little sky camp created. Read. From a mage's journal, I argued with the Avvar mage long into the night. If we'd had no truce with these barbarians to fight the Darkspawn, it would have come to blows. Their conception of the Maker is as a child. They assume he is a spirit and that we have displeased him because he answers none of your prayers. When I attempted to explain the doctrine of the chant, the mage kept asking nonsense such as, did Andraste have no gods of her own, or why haven't you strung up another Maker? I asked what in the good grace of Thedas she was on about, and the answers chilled me. The Avvar confused spirits for gods, treating them as patrons to be lulled and wooed. The mage described to my growing horror how the Avvar deliberately invoke spirits for strength in battle or solicit them for advice. The mage claimed some of the spirits around her village had lived with her hold for a dozen generations, and sometimes took on the form of an animal or departed relatives when they pass on their wisdom. Strangest of all, in the event a god is destroyed, the Avvar begin a year-long time of offerings and prayers and rituals I have no interest in knowing about further. At the end of this period, a new spirit takes on the name and role of the old one. I attempted to explain that this was not a god, merely a spirit drawn in by their desires. The Avvar mage declared with a ridiculous air of superiority that was the point. If she hadn't saved my life a day ago from a rampaging Hurlock, I'd take it all to the Templars. This is why we need to respect each other's traditions and be very open-minded with things. Just because you believe in something does not mean that everyone else is going to believe in the same thing. Please remember that. It's quite important, honestly. Alright, a good marriage. In a hold past our own, a man named Vermic Torsen was to wed a woman named Cedra Yilsdotton. They were young and in love and made large offerings to the gods asking for happiness. The night before their wedding, Cedra had a dream. The Lady of the Skies came to her and told her to tie her rope knot so tightly that she and Torsen would only wed a year. She awoke troubled, but did as the lady asked. Vermic untied only one knot and they married a year. The year was hard, their bows missed game, and the winter wind howled through their huts. Vermic and Cedra grew thinner. When the marriage was up, they made large offerings to the gods, this time asking for mercy. The night before the wedding, the Lady of the Skies came to Vermic in a dream and told him to untie a single knot so he and Cedra would wed only a year. Vermic awoke sorrowing, but did as the lady asked. He and Cedra married again for a year. The year was long, the weather was foul, and the crops were poor. Vermic and Cedra grew thinner still. When their marriage time was up, Cedra and Vermic had a dream from the Lady of the Skies. You asked for happiness, she said, but I cannot give that to you. You asked for mercy, but the land will not show it. Think carefully what you ask tomorrow. Cedra and Vermic spoke long into the night, and in the morning made an offering to the gods. They asked for strength to hunt and harvest when life was good, and patience when life was not. The year was good in some places and hard in others, but they grew to know themselves and what they could bear. They became happy not from the gift of the gods, but from their own deeds, and lived the rest of their lives as one. There are notes in at the bottom margin of the page in different handwriting. How's a rope tell you how long do you marry? An Avvar groom unties knots on a rope that the bride ties for him. He's got until the end of the wedding chance. Number of knots he unties, the number of years they're married. That doesn't make any sense. Sounds like a good deal to me. See if you're like living with your handsome new husband or wife once the bloom's worn off. Maybe you only untie one knot or tie them tight like in the story if you're not sure. I think it's daft. I think you two nitwits should stop scribbling in the book. I've got to return to the library. That's a good one. I like that. Right. Is there anything over here? Out of curiosity, this is kind of like a bit of a grey area. No, there doesn't seem to be much over here for us, sadly. Right, so let's go back down, let's go into that cave. That might well take us towards Ameridan's trail. Maybe. Oh, I can see it, so I can see like a weird structure of some kind over there though, so we won't go just yet. What is this? It's a lever to pull, okay. Okay, that was odd. So there's a lever there to pull, but it didn't work at all. So we need to figure out what what that does basically. So we'll climb down this ladder back down to the bottom, and yeah, let's go across and through to the other cave. It might be some kind of like a trail we need to follow, and we need to pull the levers in a certain order, perhaps, to properly figure out what's going on. I don't know whether it will help us find Ameridan or not, but all will be revealed in due course, no doubt. Right. So what is in here? Apart from a bit of a damp cave. Ah, okay. That just comes out back there, so you can go into here without needing to use the actual door. The old drains. Nice. There's a landmark quite close to us, an overgrown courtyard. Tevinter carving. If the Emporium has fallen, we shall build it anew. This citadel shall be a new Minrathus, and we who serve the twisted path shall be its magisterium. Praise to Razikale, and may our raised voices reach her and bring her back to us at last. Gonna guess that didn't work out for you. Could be wrong, but just an assumption. So the fact that... Okay, we need to go up. Right, okay, I'm with you. I was going to say, the fact that wasn't Ameridan's trail there indicates that we're meant to be on a different level, which I'm going to assume is up this way. Where are we? Ah, okay. So we're still around this area here. This is some kind of Tevinter fortress of some kind, isn't it?
Well, we're up the river.
Yes.
That old Tevinter building must be what the spirit meant.
Lovely. Hakkonites as well. Just what we wanted to see. Well, we'll claim this landmark first. Razikale is reached. The fog came on swiftly, cloaking the world in shadow and turning the stones beneath our feet into a treacherous slick. I knew we had to find shelter before we lost even that faint light. We stumbled on, following Ragnar's broad painted back, and arrived at an ancient Vinter temple just as the last of daylight left us. Ragnar instructed us to pitch our shelters beneath the entrance passageway, and warned us not to wander too deep into the ruin. His voice was an uneasy whisper, and I knew at once that he was afraid. Wary of alarming the rest of our expedition, I took Ragnar aside and spoke to him. Some of the Avvar, he said, believed the temple to be the haunt of old, vengeful spirits. The Tevinter had come here long ago and built their great temples, and then one day, without warning, they had abandoned them all. Ragnar was convinced that they had done something terrible here, though he could not tell me what it was. Whatever the reason, he found the temple deeply disturbing and had brought us to it only out of desperation. I slept fitfully that night, and once I opened my eyes to see a pulsating amber light from beyond the second doorway. I blinked and it was gone. In the morning the fog had lifted, and I wasn't sure if I'd really seen the light or dreamt it. Well. Oh, that's another lever there. Okay, so that... Yeah, the levers must mean something. But...
The job.
Razikale is reached, yep. Well, let's find out why the Jaws of Hakkon are guarding this place. Oh, there's even more farther up as well. Yep, they are flooding down here. I think we've got them. Yep. Are they going to send even more down, or are we going to have to go and meet them? I think we're going to have to go and meet them ourselves. Right. Yeah. Let's just stealth ourselves again. Clear Hakkon enter from the ruin. We can do that. We can do that. Take that bruiser out first of all. Actually, no. Let's take the archer out because otherwise he's going to keep firing unopposed, and we don't want that. Alright, that's the regular soldier dead. Hopefully the bruiser won't be too far behind. This guy has an alarming amount of health. There we go, we got him. Right, wait for Hardy and Kenrick to arrive. Okay, so Hardy and Kenrick are coming all the way over here. Nice. There's also a fast travel point been marked out here, which bodes well, I would say. Okay, so there is an option to wait, so we don't just have to stand around. So we can kind of have a little bit of check out around the place before we do anything else. Okay.
Makes you wonder about the sad mid-level bureaucrat who thought building an outpost here would be a career boost.
Yeah, it didn't work out too well for him, did it? I think. Alright, is there anything else in these ruins which we haven't found? Oh. Tevinter inscription. Silence has fallen. Those who call out to her in dreams hear nothing. Our letters to the capital go unanswered. No supplies have been sent, and our messengers do not return from the north. We are alone. Razikale, or shadow which obscures the path ahead, deliver your faithful, save us from the silence which devours. So the people basically who were here basically realised that they were screwed. Unfortunately for them. Okay, yeah. I don't think there's going to be much else here, is there? Probably not, no, by the looks of things. Okay, so I think on that note, guys, we are going to end this episode here. Next episode, we will come back and we will wait for Harding and Kenrick, and we're going to see what we can find in here, whether that door might lead to something. Yeah, but for now, that's the end of the episode, so thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed. If you have, then please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I shall catch you all in the next episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. Thanks again, guys. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.